folks!
Hej allihopa!
Welcome to another video.
Time to unveil our haul. So I got a hardback copy of Carry On, which this is the US edition, I think, because the UK edition with this kind of cover doesn't exist for some reason. I think they should. I have a paperback with this US edition cover on, but I figured I want the hardcover, so I'm also gonna get the US editions of the other books as well. And then I got the UK edition of the latest book, which came out this month, which is Any Way the Wind Blows. And this is the last book in the series. This is also very nice underneath the dust jacket.
Ooh.
Very cute. Yeah, I haven't obviously read this yet, and it's very big. This is like double the size of the second book. I'm really excited. I like the second book. I think a lot of fans of the first book didn't like the second book, but I preferred it to the first one, I think.
Oh.
Well, because it felt more... the only thing I didn't like was that they went to the US on a road trip, and I'm like, Europe is right there. Like, you can road trip through Europe. And the US is further away, which I think was some of the point, but I'm like, but Europe is right there.
It is right there. It's true. And you can drive in Europe.
Yes.
Yep. It's legal and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. That was like my main issue. I mean, that's not even like a big thing to be annoyed with, but that was like, whatever. They also went to the US to rescue someone. But yeah, I really like these editions. The artist is really nice. I think his name is Kevin Wanda, something like that. You should check out his Instagram. He illustrates like comics and stuff, comic books.
The first book I got is Songs and Solos, compiled and sung by Sankey, which I actually haven't been able to find the date that this came out. There's an inscription in the front dated September 16th, 1886. So it's at least that old, but I don't know how much older, because basically Sankey was a famous American man. He like wrote loads of songs, and I think a lot of them are religious. Sacred songs and solos. I had heard of him before I got this, and then I was trying to figure out when this was, but they published so many different editions and they're not like listed anywhere that I could find, so I have no idea when this book is from, because they didn't used to put the year of publication in the book.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Maybe you can email like the British Library or something.
That's possible, yes, you're right. It's kind of falling apart, but it is really cool, and I'm personally interested in music.
So I got these two books from a friend of mine in Sweden. These are a belated birthday and Christmas gift, I think.
Nice.
So this is Jag for ner till bron. I went down to the bridge. But this is written in a slang from where I'm from. For is not usually what you say. That's more slangy. This is by Karin Smirnov. I think, I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but it's about like rural Sweden, north of Sweden. I've heard really good things about this. I think this is also like part of a series. So I'm really interested in reading this. Feel at home. I mean, I'm not from rural Sweden, but like...
You're from like the biggest city in the north.
I know, exactly, but like it comes with the baggage, you know? And then this is Jag ser allt du gör, I see all you do, by Annika Norlin, and she is a artist. She has two bands, and I like one of her bands a lot. And this is like a novella collection, anthology kind of, which I'm really excited to read. Hope it's good. The cover is pretty cool. Excited to read some Swedish stuff.
Next book I got is Vegan Made Easy, which isn't like a reading book, obviously.
What do you mean you don't read it from cover to cover?
I do know people who do that, but no. We eat a lot of vegetarian food, so vegan seems like an easy step to take for some meals. We've already made something from this, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll probably experiment a little more.
So I got the Illumicrate from Blood and Ash box. It contains some other stuff, but From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I also have the Fairy Loot editions coming at some point in the future. And this is a gorgeous edition. Spray painted edges, and then I think there is a very nicely done back cover. I think this is signed as well. I was lucky to get an actual signature. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to reread the books.
The next book I got was The Concise Guide to Self-Sufficiency by John Seymour and someone else, but they're not on the cover. And Will Sutherland. Will Sutherland is not on the cover, and I don't know why.
Maybe they had a feud.
Maybe. Maybe he just did the illustrations. I don't know. There's a lot of pictures in this book. And it's all like how to find mushrooms to eat, and how to make your garden work for the space that you have, how to bake bread, how to build a fence, how to make beer and energy saving things around your home, which I'm very interested in. I haven't done that much, obviously. We live in London, which makes it kind of hard to do a lot of these things. Also, we live in rented accommodation. I can't change the architecture of my house.
What do you mean?
So, but it's kind of like a future project that I'm thinking about, and it's got how to raise chickens and stuff. Who wouldn't want to? But anyway, so I'm quite interested. I flicked through it, I read some of it, but I haven't read it cover to cover, and I don't think I probably will, because that seems like a wasted effort. But it's a good reference, and it has a lot of stuff at the end for where you can find more information.
So this is the June book. I got them all very much at the same time, so now this is The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid, and this is inspired by some East European folklore, I think. I don't know exactly which, but it sounds really good. It's like a villager who can do magic, who's kidnapped by some people, and then she's freed by a one-eyed captain, and they have to work together. It sounds exactly like something I would like anyway. That's all I'm gonna say. The cover is beautiful. Art underneath the dust jacket. Ooh, yes, very nice. And then it has a little guy there and some sprayed edges. All the things that we like in this world.
The last book I got was England and Wales, A Traveller's Companion by Arnold Fellows. I think this book originally came out in the 30s, and then this edition is from the 60s. So it's kind of an interesting look at what tourism was like in the past. And also it has a lot of stuff about churches, which I love. Thanks for Tess for pointing it out in the charity shop where we were looking. I don't know if it's actually meant to be a guide for a person going on holiday, because it seems to just kind of say here are all of the different churches and some interesting features, but it doesn't seem to, I don't know if it's really a tour guide.
Yes.
In that sense. But it's kind of a historically interesting thing.
I have a couple of stuff left. This is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parkeshan, and this is one of my most anticipated books of the year. Has been described as a Mulan meets The Song of Achilles type of thing. It sounds very interesting. It's takes place in China, and things happen. I think this is obviously the first book in a series. I will try and read this with the Illumicate read-along thing. Well, this is my charity haul. Yeah. So I got this, which is The Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. 60p. I thought, why not? I have only read A Christmas Carol, and I think I read bits of the books, and obviously I've seen all of the movies. Who knows if this will be any good? Not me.
Who's to say?
Not
me.
Not
I
me.
haven't read it.
I mean, the one that I think most people are probably most familiar with is either Christmas Carol or Oliver Twist.
We have discussed this before. I don't personally like Dickens very much, so I have nothing to add.
Yes, I like A Christmas Carol. I have liked watching the adaptations of David Copperfield, not the latest one, I haven't seen that, and one of the older Oliver Twist ones. They're perfectly fine. They feel very similar in my head.
Yes, they're all about the same thing.
Yeah, orphans. And then I got the Historic Materials trilogy. They were in total £3.75.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I've seen the TV show that BBC has produced recently, which I think is these two. So I guess we're waiting for this guy. I have never read the books. I'm one of those people. I feel like this is like, they came out when I was probably the age when I should have read them, but whatever. I think I read the blurb like a million times and I was just like...
It's very confusing.
Yes.
That's all I'll say, because I've also said that I'm not going to read them ever again, so...
Yeah. But I wanna do, I think the library has the audiobooks and they are narrated by multiple people. So it's almost, because I started listening to the first one and it's almost like listening to a radio play, but like with the action text read out, which I really enjoyed, and I felt like that was really good for children who want to read it as well, because it was like a group of people laughing and they would actually be laughing, you know, in the narration, which I really enjoyed. Like it felt very real. And that's it.
No more. You have so many books. How are you going to read them all?
Well, I read 14 this month.
It's so hard to have books.
Yes, I love books. They are also ruining my life.
Why? I wonder why we've read so many books all of a sudden.
I think I just tried to amp it up a little bit because I had like a TBR books that I wanted to read this summer. And so I tried to like really like get to them this month, because I saved like all of my fantasy books for this month.
Oh, and they're all super long.
Yes, they're all like at least over 300-400 pages.
Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Let us know what you thought about our books. Kind of an eclectic mix this month. Comment down below.
And like and subscribe,
Yes.
of course.
And come see us on other social media platforms, such as Instagram.
Hej då!
Bye!
Oh, hello. Yes, we're filming. I'm doing my best, okay? It's just a pain.